Well, welcome everyone to Love vs. Hate. This is not Anne. This is Emily, your mainstream millennial.
And I'm not Emily. I'm Anne. Oh, wow, you're right. It is hard. I'm your old-fashioned nerd. Wow, I can't believe it. I blanked for a second. I can't believe it. Wow.
It's hard to go second, isn't it?
I'm realizing that now. Because, yeah, wow.
We thought we'd switch things up, but that's as far as we're gonna switch things up. It'll go back to normal.
Don't I get to say
it?
I want to.
Well, I'm Anne now, so I get to cut off Emily all the time. So.
Yeah, it's true. I do that a lot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna get better.
Good job. All right. Well, anyways, today's episode is gonna be all about dates and. Because tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Actually, I think it's 2 days from now.
Well, whatever. Valentine's Day is coming up.
There you go.
We're not recording this around Valentine's Day, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We thought for the beginning we could talk about our celebrity crushes. So, Anne, how about those celebrity crushes?
I just want to start off by saying that a lot of my celebrity crushes, you have to keep in mind, this is their prime, okay? One of my first was definitely Robert Redford. In his prime was a very attractive man, and I had a large crush on him. Also, he plays amazing, I like the sort of mysterious sort of character, you know? So when he's in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, so good. The Sting does a phenomenal job in that. Even he does of course, I'm not thinking the title. He's in a baseball movie. I think it's Moneyball or something like that. Or I might be mistaking. There's so many baseball movies out there. But he's in one of those. So good. Also, along the sort of same vein as Westerns, Clint Eastwood in his prime was a very attractive man as well.
I don't know who the first person you said is. I've never seen any of those movies. So I have nothing to say about that.
Do you know who Clint Eastwood is?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's at least something. Name one movie Clint Eastwood is in. And or directed if you want. I'll give you that as well.
Dirty Harry. Kill Bill.
No.
No, Dirty Harry is... He totally is a part of that one.
I'm looking it up because I'm not 100% positive, but I don't think he is. I'm not trusting Emily.
Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood is the first name that pops up.
Okay, fine. I haven't seen Dirty Harry, so I wouldn't know. He's
literally Harry. He is Harry.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well,
I just always default to not trusting you.
Wow.
I know. I'm a terrible person. But when he does his Man with No Name series, so good. Do you know what those are?
No.
There was 3 movies. They're not really... I mean, Clint Eastwood is playing a very similar character of this, guy who doesn't have a name, and it's all Western themed, and he, comes to a town, and different stuff goes down. He kind of just gets mixed up in it, and he's kind of this... I mean, they're based off of old samurai films. Also, Akira Kurosawa is so good. A lot of the films are influenced by Akira Kurosawa's work, who did a lot of amazing samurai films back in, the... I want to say 30s and 40s. They're old black and white films. Anyway, Clint Eastwood, though, he plays this character, and the 3 films are Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, and then, of course, the one that you maybe have actually heard of, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Ring a bell?
I feel like I've heard it, but I've never seen it. It's
arguably one of the best movie soundtracks of all time. So good. That's one of my favorite Western movies by far. Not only the soundtrack, but it has Clint Eastwood in it. And it's just it's a really good Western story that doesn't actually have a lot of dialogue, which I really like because they really allow the cinematography and just the characters, the way they react to situations and their goals. It's really, really good. Highly recommend.
And we're talking about celebrity crushes, not movies.
You're right. I'm sorry. I got on a tangent. Celebrity crushes. Well, Clint Eastwood. Let's see. Who else?
And are these your celebrity crushes because you think that they're cute or you like them in the movie?
Both.
And you like the movie?
Both.
Okay.
How many should I name?
I don't know. Let me say one.
Okay.
And then you can name another if you want.
Okay.
So this, I guess, kind of goes along with what Anne is saying, and it's this old guy. I don't actually even know if he's still living. He might be, but I don't know. But he was really, really cute in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Brando. So cute. A Streetcar Named Desire.
No, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know. He's okay.
I think he's really cute. And then for people around my age.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of someone who would like actually my age.
I really like Logan Lerman.
I don't know who that is.
He played in The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh, that guy.
Percy
Yeah.
Jackson and the Olympians.
He's alright.
And then I really like Dylan O'Brien, I think his name is. He played Styles in Teen Wolf.
Yeah, you think I've watched Teen Wolf.
And then I guess he's in Assassin or American Assassins. And then he's also in the Maze Runner trilogy.
Oh, I saw the last one in theaters because a friend wanted to go see it, and at the time I was working at a movie theater, so I could go see him for free, so that was my justification, and then I didn't really like the movie.
Yeah, I don't really care about the movie, but I just care about Dylan.
That's fair. You know someone who is not our age, but even now that he's older, I still think he is fine. Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah.
He is a fine-looking man. And his voice is so sexy.
Oh, my gosh.
I just said sexy.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I've ever heard Anne say that word before.
I know, I probably haven't. Definitely not on the podcast, but it's true. Idris Elba.
That's funny.
A very fine man.
What about the McElroys?
I mean, I love their personalities.
Hate their voice.
Do not hate their voice. Also, it's McElroy's. You said it wrong.
You didn't even say anything at first.
I know. I'm becoming numb. Oh no.
It's just the right way to say it.
No, it's not.
Okay, how about any couples that you ship?
Couples I ship. Honestly, I don't know if I have any IRL couples. In real life couples, they're all like characters and stuff. Like the one I always think of, like as soon as someone says ship, I think of Zutara. For a lot of the nerds out there, you probably know what I'm talking about. For those who don't, it is Zuko and Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're never like, I mean, they kind of point hints at it, which is kind of funny. Like in one episode, they actually watch a play of themselves, and the play is kind of like a recap of their whole adventure. And in the play, they like make hint of, oh, Katara and Zuko are totally in love, but they're not actually in the canon of the show. But there's a lot of people that ship them. I kind of do, but I also kind of like Katara and Aang, so I don't know if I like am a full shipper, but I always think of that ship when I hear who do you ship. Like Zutara is immediately what I think of.
I definitely, if we're talking about characters, I definitely ship Lara Jean and, oh shoot, what's his name? Ah, shoot.
I don't think I'm going to be able to help you.
Let me look it up quick.
Although I will say, while you're looking that up, I'm really surprised you didn't immediately jump to Twilight and like shipping Jacob and Bella.
Yeah, I totally do ship Jacob. Team Jacob all the way. Edward can go jump off a cliff or something.
Okay, whoa.
Just kidding. No, but it's Peter Kavinsky. Totally Team Peter, not Team John McAdam or
I don't even. What show are you even referencing?
John Ambrose McLaren.
What are you referencing?
It's not a show, it's a movie, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. So the first movie, it focuses on Lara Jean and Peter. And then the second one that comes out like shortly after Valentine's Day, which we should totally watch, but first you have to watch the first one, is about like Lara Jean still being with Peter, but then like John Ambrose, who like was her crush back in like summer camp when she was 8 or something, comes into the picture and he's gonna ruin it all. Oh, yeah.
Sounds like some drama.
Yeah, oh my gosh. We need to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. You kind of lost me when you said Lara Jean. I already was out.
Yeah, I really don't like I like to say her name like Laura Jean, but then in the movies, they keep calling her Lara Jean, and I'm like, Lara.
Yeah, I actually agree. I like Laura Jean better.
Yeah, but anyways. But yeah, are you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Well, first of all, I have not read any of the books. I only saw the first movie, and that was with the Rift track, which I believe I have said on this podcast before, and I will say it again. If you're ever going to watch the Twilight movies, I'm pretty sure it was one of my life lessons, actually. If you're ever going to watch the Twilight movies, please watch them with the Mystery Science Theater riff track because it is so good. It makes it 1,000,000 times better. So out of only having seen the first one, I could just care less. Meh. I feel like, I just don't care.
How about Team Vampire or Team Werewolf?
Probably Vampire.
Ugh, so you're Team Edward.
Well,
you little nasty.
I just feel like vampires, like, they have more power and they can control their power better. And I don't know. I just feel like I'd rather be a vampire if I had to choose. Also, vampires are way cooler in the Witcher series. At least...
Geralt.
Every time I love that. At least the elder vampires, I think that's what they're called. They're like they're a lot older than... A lot of vampires in the Witcher series are just like monsters that are... not intelligent at all, and they'll just kill you no matter what. But then there's, higher vampires. That's what it is, higher vampires. Higher vampires actually are intelligent and can, like, function like a normal human. I mean, they don't have to eat human blood, which is the other cool thing. So I don't totally want to be a higher vampire, because that'd be cool. And they, like, can turn into mist, basically, and turn invisible. And they're super powerful, extremely hard to kill.
All right, that's enough about that.
In the Witcher book, they tell you never to attack one.
Okay, well, back to our theme of the episode.
Yeah,
which is dates.
Yeah.
Not like the fruit.
Not
or
like
whatever it is.
Not like the number, not like the year or anything. Not like
no historical dates. Nope. This isn't a social studies test. This is love versus hate. In case you forgot what you're listening to. So we had the brilliant idea to each talk about a date that we would personally love to go on, and then come up with a date that we want the other person to go on, and they probably won't like it.
Yeah, probably not.
So, Anne, why don't you kick it off?
Okay, a date I would love. Maybe I shouldn't say what I would hate to start off with, because I shouldn't give Emily ideas. I think for me, first of all, if money was no concern, I would totally want to go and travel somewhere, like probably either New Zealand, probably New Zealand, but I would also totally be open to like somewhere in Europe, like Norway. Norway is beautiful. I've been very blessed to have seen some of it, and I would totally go back. Or Scotland would be fun. So I feel like that's not a date, that's just like dream. So I'll get back to a date. So I would absolutely love if we start off just like, we're assuming it's like an evening, right? Like not necessarily a day, like an evening date.
Whatever you want, just not across the world.
Okay, well.
Something that you can do here.
Okay. Well, there's kind of, can I say two or only one?
But don't make it long. Just kidding.
I'll do just the one. The one is a little bit more exciting. The other one's kind of boring, so I'll just do the one. Okay, so we would start off the night probably with some kind of dinner. Nothing too expensive, because this girl's broke. So keeping it cheap, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally cool with like burgers or something. And then going to like a McElroy Brothers show, like a live show, either a live show or even like basically any podcaster live. I think I would really love, like, even if it was like the Memory Palace or Stuff You Should Know, I know does tours, even like a Crime Junkie. Like I would love to go to a live podcast performance, because I just feel like watching them do it live would be really fun. Maybe we'll get to that point someday. Wouldn't that be fun? I would love to do a live performance.
I'm nervous.
Anyway, that's a long ways down the road, I'm sure. But yeah, like going to some kind of, not a concert, not like, I mean, a comedy show would be fun, but like I'd want to see like somebody that I listen to all the time, like in person, like the McElroy Brothers would be so fun. So totally do a show like that. And then just end the night, honestly, like maybe with like a walk outside or something, if it was nice enough. And if it wasn't like, as long as it wasn't too late, like I wouldn't want to go out past like 10:30, but be back home, and then just end the night with like maybe some drinks at home or something, and then
Is this a first date?
Could be, I guess.
You're gonna take your date home? That's dangerous, Anne.
You're right. No, I wouldn't.
Unless you know them.
If I knew them and it wasn't a first date, I would maybe do that.
I love how I say that, but then on my first date with Alex, we went to his house. Yeah.
So yeah, it would kind of just be those three things. Simple.
That's fun, actually. I would like to go to a show.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't probably the McElroys, because I know how much you love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's a date? I haven't been on one in a while. Just kidding.
Yeah, maybe. I hope Alex is getting a notepad out right now.
Well, we do have this cool book that we ordered. I think it's called the Adventure Challenge book, and it's like a scratch off, so you don't know what the date is. All it tells you is, like, they have different categories. Like, they have some where you don't pay any money, some where I don't know. And
I love your memory. It's so strong.
All
and
it
just
tells
so
you,
vivid.
all it tells you before you scratch it off is if it costs money, the range that it'll cost, the time of day that you would need to do it, and the amount of time that it takes. And then you scratch it off, and you have to do it once you scratch it off. And it tells you what to do. And then there's like little lines for notes after the date, so you can write something down. And then there's a spot where you can put a Polaroid, which the idea is you also buy a Polaroid camera there on their site. But I already have one, so it's a fun little thing because you don't think of like date ideas like that. Like one time we made like a comic strip, but we had to write the captions in like Japanese.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
And you translated yours, but Alex didn't,
Yeah.
so he's like, I have no idea what it says.
Yeah. But let's see, what else is there to do? I think that mini golfing is always like a fun thing. So I don't really like going to like movies or like things where you're just sitting there and not talking. So yeah, I think some sort of meal, maybe ice cream. And then some sort of like activity, or maybe like where we live, there's a lot to do in our area, like walking around downtown, or like if it's nice out. So something like that where you walk downtown, or going mini golfing, or yeah.
Okay. How do you end the night?
With a kiss.
Okay.
Just kidding, with ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream's a better choice. Oh, man. I don't care if it's negative 40 degrees outside. I want ice cream all the time, all year.
Yep.
So good. Okay. I could get behind that for sure, as long as it's nothing too crazy. I thought you would want to go to like a show, like see Billie Eilish or something. I was trying to think of a artist that you haven't seen live yet that you would want to see, and I thought maybe Billie Eilish, but I don't know.
I like to go to shows where I know all of the songs and I don't know all of her songs.
Oh, okay.
And also, I don't know. I feel like...
Or is that more of like a thing to do with your girlfriends?
Yeah, I have never gone to a concert with Alex.
Okay.
I only go with my friends. I have a concert buddy, Angela. Shout out to you if you're listening. And also Marissa Caitlin, I guess. Just kidding.
Wait, just kidding that you don't go with them? Or that was confusing to me.
No, I do most of the time.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about dates that we would plan that we would probably hate for each other.
Okay. Oh, man. I feel like right off the bat, it has to be like some kind of D&D session. Or like, honestly, like I would totally be down to play video games on a date. I think that, especially if it was like a co-op one, like Portal 2, or like where you kind of really have to rely on each other in order to like succeed. I would find that super fun. But I could already tell you would absolutely hate that.
Well, if it was like an arcade, I think that would be a little better. But like games,
no, I'm
like
thinking
what
like,
you're thinking.
Yeah. I think if you had to sit and watch and study a film, you would absolutely hate that, especially if it was like, Groundhog Day.
Don't even.
Could you imagine? What if you like the whole date where you were just like, okay, we're going to sit and watch this film, and then we're going to study it, and we're going to talk about it. And it was something like Groundhog Day.
If it was Groundhog Day, I would like go dig myself a hole and stay in there the whole time. I hate that movie.
I mean, actually don't particularly like that movie either, so that's actually something we agree on.
Yeah, I'm fine with talking about movies afterwards, but just not Groundhog Day. Mm-hmm. And possibly like psychological thrillers would be good because that actually makes you think about things.
True.
But sometimes it's just like, I don't know what to say because I don't want to sound stupid, especially if it's the first date. What if I'm like, oh, I think that the movie was portraying this, and they're like, that's what you think? OMG. Like, that's totally not what the movie was about. I don't know who the heck talks like that, but.
Fair. You know something I think you actually would like, that I actually think would be really fun too, I think we would both like it, is if you went to like a thrift store and you had to pick each other's outfits. So like you had, like, I think that actually would be super fun.
I actually have done that, not with Alex, but with my friends.
Oh, okay.
Like when we were in high school or middle school or something, me and my friend would go to the store and be like, let's pick out outfits for each other. Let's pick out one good one and one ugly one.
Well, yeah, that's fun. I'm honestly kind of having a hard time of thinking of stuff you would hate.
I can tell you what I would hate.
What would you hate?
Anything on water, except for like anything on boats, I should say. Yeah. Boats, hate them. Roller coasters and water rides, hate them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, kind of forgot about that.
Heights, hate them. So, yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like for you, I'm just trying to think of The Bachelor and what dates they've gone on because I feel like you would probably hate a majority of them.
Yeah, it's true. I probably would.
So probably something like going on a shopping spree all day and then
I like
getting like
have an hour max and then I'm over it.
And then maybe going and sitting at this like fancy restaurant and having food at your like right in front of you, but you can't eat it because you're on television. Hello, you can't have disgusting chewing sounds.
Oh yeah, and I'm a really bad chewer. They would probably, if I had to like eat something, they would just put it in front of me, be like, okay, don't even touch that, and I'd be like, okay. But I'm super hungry. Okay, well, go 20 feet. No, I'm sorry. Go like a mile that way and then chew the food and then you can come back. 'Cause I'm really loud. It's bad.
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's a jaw thing. I don't know. That's what my mom tells me anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely a draw.
Yeah.
And then you would have a private concert with just the two of you with a whole bunch of other people just around you watching you.
Wait. Wouldn't you hate this too, though?
Yes, I would.
Okay, that's at least mutual hatred for that. Because yes, you're right. I would hate that. Being the center of attention in any kind of large setting. Do they do that on The Bachelor?
They do that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just like a private concert, just the two of them in the band, which I also think is weird, but not as weird as a whole crowd of people not watching the musician but watching you.
I have a question.
What?
Would you hate if the whole date you were just in the car and you were like driving around?
Probably.
Yeah. I actually don't think I would hate that. It would depend though. As long as we were driving around somewhere pretty and the conversation was stimulating.
Yeah.
But if the conversation was dead, yeah, that'd be pretty miserable.
That would be really awkward. That's why
Super
I wouldn't
awkward.
want to do it because I'm really bad at thinking of things to say when I can't think of anything. Because that happens a lot. I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, what can I say? Oh, look at the sky. It's blue today.
Isn't that unusual? It's usually never blue.
But yeah, that's the difference between Anne and I. Anne can just talk, I feel like. And I'm just like, hi.
I'm purposefully not responding to try to make that like, I don't talk all the time, but it's pretty much true. I am definitely a talker. Although I do not like social, because there are certainly times where I'm in a social interaction and I don't know what to say, and you just feel it, you just feel that like,
oh, I know
awkward.
the feeling.
And I'm like, and I search my brain for anything, and usually my brain can come up with something. But there are times where it's just like, I'm sorry, I got nothing. This is just going to have to be awkward. And I'm like, oh, brain, don't fail me. Ugh. What's like something super weird? Like, have you ever had like a weird date that you've gone on that was like, or maybe not necessarily weird, but like really unique that either you loved or hated?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's good.
I can't really remember. But yeah, I also think group dates are really fun. Or like double dates, but more so group dates I think are more fun. Like game nights are really fun and like you don't really have any pressure. And Also, escape rooms. I've never gone on like a group date with escape rooms, but I feel like that would also be fun.
That would be fun.
Especially if you've never met the people before. Like having something like a game night or an escape room is a great way for you to like interact with people.
Yeah,
and
but
not
you
have to really think that much about it.
Right, but you still have some kind of goal in mind because you still have a task in front of you. You know, even like something like bowling can be fun because you have a chance to talk, but you still have something in front of you to do. So you don't have to like try super hard to come up with conversation topics.
Yeah.
And you can always talk about the game.
Yes.
Yeah. I know I haven't really been on very many dates. I will say though that like I've planned some really fun parties for my friends. With the help of other friends, but like there was one time where we planned a surprise party for two of our friends whose birthdays were in summer and like Christmas vacation. And so we never got to celebrate their birthdays. And so they both like have kind of similar interests too. And they both loved soccer. So we planned a soccer game, but at night. We literally took a soccer ball and we painted it with glow paint. It didn't work super well, just FYI, but it's okay. It was the thought that counted. But it was super fun, actually. And we got a bunch of glow sticks for everybody. So everybody, like, we split up the teams by color and you had to put on your glow stick. And so you really only could see, I mean, there was like some street light, so you could see enough, but it was still pretty dark. But it was very, very fun. And they both love like jerky and apples. And so we made kebabs that were like jerky, apples, and cheese. And so it was just really fun.
Huh.
But yeah.
That's cool.
So if there's like something I feel like if you could do that's like an interest of theirs, but somehow make it different and fun, like playing soccer at night made it a little more fair for the rest of us because I'm a horrible soccer player. But when it's at night, nobody can really play, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing something like that I think is fun.
Yeah, definitely. Like playing volleyball is fun too. Yeah.
I would be badminton. I love badminton. Badminton is one of those sports I feel like that nobody like gives enough credit to. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
I like it.
I just remember playing it in gym class and that's about it.
Okay. My parents, we had like when growing up as a kid, we had a badminton net and my whole family would play and we all loved it. So it was a good time. Okay, so we want to actually hear from you guys. What are some fun date ideas that you have? Or what are dates that you absolutely would hate? Or like, we want to know what you guys think and what maybe might give all of, Valentine's Day is right around the corner and I think people might need ideas. So
I do.
Yeah. I don't because, single life over here. But anyway, so if you want to let us know, definitely leave us a comment on our Instagram, Facebook, or even YouTube. You can also send us an email at loveversushatepodcast@gmail.com. Definitely just comment, and we'll make sure to put a post for you guys to give us some ideas. So, Emily, I want to know, what is your life lesson today?
Well, I think my life lesson is don't feel no.
What?
My life lesson is to not pressure yourself or think too hard while you're on a date because, like, especially if it's your first date or you're just, like, starting to go out with this person, like, it can feel, like, nerve-wracking. But just remember that the person that you're on a date with is also a human too, and they're probably nervous as well. So just be yourself and have fun.
I think that's a good life lesson.
Thank you.
Aw.
What's yours?
My life lesson is never, under any circumstances, ever plan a date where you purposefully put the person in the center of attention in a room full of strangers unless you ask them prior if that would be okay.
Yeah.
Because trust me, that's just bad news bears, recipe for disaster. Don't make them the center of attention. I mean, I understand if it's like a proposal thing, but again, talk to that first.
Yeah.
You honestly, this is my other kind of an attachment to this. It's okay to ask people how you would like to be proposed to, and if you have to do it through a friend or something, like have a friend ask so that you get ideas, like it's okay to find that out because even though you want it to be a surprise, it's going to be a surprise no matter what. But like, you should know, do you want your friends there, or do you want it to be private, or do you like want only it to be us? You know, like I think it's okay to ask that question and get an answer.
Yeah, and doing it through their friends is probably the best way because at least for girls, it's like natural for us to like talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And honestly, you'd probably get a much better experience if you go that route.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know,
it.
but I would assume.
All right. Well, we hope everyone has a really happy Valentine's Day. If you're single or if you're with someone, you don't have to have a Valentine's. You can have a Galentine.
Absolutely.
Or a Malentine.
Or, you know what? Just get together with friends. It doesn't matter.
A Malentine is a man's... I don't know. I just made it weird. Okay.
I think we all knew what you meant.